Imagine waking up one morning, expecting everything to be just as it always was. You slowly open your eyes and notice something is off. The room you have seen every day looks different, emptier, colder, and strangely silent. You reach for your phone, but it is not there. You look around, searching for your wallet, your keys, your money. Nothing. It feels as though the world has quietly erased everything you once held dear. You step outside your home and the streets appear the same, yet somehow emptier, lonelier. People pass by, but their faces blur in your mind, and you feel invisible, even to yourself. Your job, the one you relied on, seems to have vanished. Your family and friends, who you thought would always be there, are nowhere to be found. Suddenly, you realize that you have nothing. No money, no job, no clear plan for the future, no support, no certainty at all. Fear begins to creep in, slow and heavy. Fear of the unknown, fear of failure, fear that perhaps your life has ended before it even began. You sit down in silence, trying to process the emptiness surrounding you. You ask yourself the only question that matters: how do I start over? But then, as moments of panic pass, a strange clarity emerges. Even though everything you once depended on has disappeared, there is still something left, something that no one can ever take from you. Your mind, your experience, your ability to think, to learn, to try again. You begin to realize that life is not about what you own. A house, a car, money, a job, these are all temporary. They can vanish in a single moment. Jobs can be lost. Money can disappear. Even people we love can leave. But your inner strength, your resilience, your capacity to rebuild yourself remains untouchable. History is filled with stories of people who started from nothing, who lost everything, yet created lives greater than they ever imagined. Not because the path was easy, but because they refused to let loss define them. And so the journey begins. Every step feels heavy, yet necessary. The city seems vast and indifferent, and every familiar corner now reminds you of what you no longer have. Still, with each step, you feel something stirring inside. A thought, a spark, a quiet realization that even from nothing, you can create something meaningful. Small victories emerge: finding food, finding shelter, surviving each day. Every small success feels monumental. Every day survived becomes a step closer to regaining control over your life. Along the way, you encounter people. Some ignore you, some offer help, some challenge you. Each encounter teaches you something valuable: patience, empathy, resilience, and the unexpected beauty of human connection. You come to understand that the world is harsh, yes, but it is also alive with possibilities you had never noticed before. And through the struggle, the nights of loneliness, the moments of despair, you learn the first essential truth: loss is not the end. It is a teacher in disguise. Every fall, every rejection, every heartbreak carries a lesson, and every lesson shapes the person you are becoming. You begin to see the possessions you once treasured in a new light. Money, comfort, material things, they were tools, yes, but not the essence of your being. The essence lies in your courage, your willingness to face uncertainty, your capacity to hope, to act, and to create. Fear slowly transforms from a paralyzing force into a guiding light. You begin to dream again, to imagine what could be, to plan, to act, to rebuild. Months pass, and you start small. You learn, you earn, you grow. Slowly, the pieces of your new life take shape, not as they were before, but stronger, deeper, more resilient. You find meaning in struggle. You find joy in small victories. You understand that the true value of life is never in what you own, but in what you can overcome. With time, friends, community, and trust begin to emerge from shared experience rather than possession. With each passing day, you feel more alive than ever. You know who you are and what you are capable of. Years later, you look back not with regret, but with gratitude. The moments of loss, the nights of fear, the long days of struggle, they were necessary. They shaped you. The life you built is richer than anything money or comfort could have given you. The person you became is stronger than the person you were. True strength is born not from wealth, not from comfort, but from resilience, courage, and the refusal to get up. So, if you ever wake up with nothing, do not despair, do not fear, and do not surrender. Look inside, discover your strength. Take one step, then another, then another. And remember, sometimes the greatest beginnings come after the hardest endings. No matter what has been taken from you, as long as you can think, learn, and try, you have already been given the most powerful beginning possible. Life does not end with loss. Life begins anew with every challenge, every struggle, every choice to rise again. The journey may be long, the nights may be dark, and the uncertainty may seem endless, but within you lies an endless capacity to overcome. You have faced nothingness, and yet you have the chance to build everything. This is the truth of life, that even when all is lost, the human spirit is never truly broken. Embrace your fear, embrace the struggle, and embrace the empty mornings that force you to find yourself. For it is in these moments, these silent, lonely, terrifying moments, that you will discover who you really are. And as you take step after step into the unknown, you will understand that nothing can take away your courage, your resilience, or your ability to rebuild your life. And one day, when you look back, you will smile at the road you traveled, at the challenges you overcame, and at the person you have become. You will know that sometimes the greatest beginnings emerge from the deepest losses, and the strongest people are those who have stared into the void and decided to keep moving forward. So, if you ever wake up with nothing, remember this: you are not empty. You are full of potential, of courage, of possibility. The world may take everything from you, but it can never take your determination, your heart, and your spirit. And with each new day, with each new step, you will rise again. You will build again. You will live again. For life is not measured by what we hold, but by what we overcome. And the journey from nothing to everything is where true greatness is born.